Now from Colorado's capital city, welcome to Denver. This is Empower Field at Mile High. Today, rivals collide in the AFC West. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go here from Mile High. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
A run with Dobbins. He'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. A gain there of 20. Good for a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A first down throw for Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for the Broncos. 41 yards.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Drew Tranquill. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 9-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down. Do we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal?
Can't imagine it's very fun tackling a guy like this, Mike, when he gets a full head of steam, great vision, the physicality to finish the run through contact. And I think defensively, they're just happy they were able to get him on the ground.
Dobbins. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they shoved him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. The Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs, nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special, and needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A gain of 14.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Chiefs first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This a 57-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to draw closer.
Chiefs, nothing.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He connects with Mims. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that play. One first down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
He'll step up and run this. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, it's Nix. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
41-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Chiefs offense ready for their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, KC.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. Now it's going to be third down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
That's made by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, Kansas City.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 10-7.
Broncos 10, Chiefs 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
Up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will have a Broncos first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now it's Dobbins. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Broncos.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of the half dozen.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll go play action with Nix. This is caught 2. To the goal line and in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos will get out in front 17-7.
Chiefs 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Chiefs.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
He gets that to Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and 6. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. And the Chiefs have a first down.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on fourth down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Start on the ground. Room up the sideline to the 20. And so much of being backed up, he takes this beyond the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Well, how quickly things can flip. You find yourself backed up near your own goal line, and then you pick up a big gain on first down. Got a lot more breathing room now. Now they're going to hope to take this possession and finish with some points.
First down. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's second and 9. Back to throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Nix from the gun on third down. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to be fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On fourth down, out is the rookie sixth-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. Kansas City sends Nico Remigio back to return. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. Mahomes on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. So there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Mahomes now to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down. After a gain of 7.
First down, Chiefs.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That one pulled in by Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Second and 1 at the 23-yard line.
Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break, so they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the second half.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Remigio now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And no chance to turn and go. But that one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Mahomes now on second down. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, the Chiefs send out Matt Ariza to punt. And back deep is Marvin Mims. Taken at the 19. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag back by the kicker. It may very well give him new life. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
2nd and 10. He'll get it again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle.
At the 37-yard line. 4 yards.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 6. Mahomes back. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
They'll run the sneak, and he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the 1st down up to the 45.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, KC.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll step up and run, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Quick throw there, and the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That is caught outright on the RPO. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
He'll hit Kelsey quickly on the RPO, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense. And their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They send Sutton in motion. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
Brian Cook on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Dobbins. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down. They'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for Broncos 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Nix to throw. He connects with Mims. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
So 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the 1st down.
Got it into the hands of Mims. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard gain.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, here's Gobbles. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Tackled by Leo Chanel. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Throwing is Nix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's good for
a big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
That's hauled in at the 2, and he'll take it on in. Troy Franklin, touchdown Denver. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos will go up by 7.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Chiefs 17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes. That is P.J. Lott on the safety blitz, getting there for the sack.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Chiefs.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on 3rd down.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC.
Kansas City.
A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Nix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
On second down, it's Nix. He'll step up, and he will get into the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Lutz for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Broncos will go up by 7.
Broncos 31, Chiefs 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Off the play fake. Mahomes. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
It is 2nd down and 5. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's dropped off for Pacheco. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw again. He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
1st and goal.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mims sent in motion here. Here's Dobbins. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. On the return, here's Mims. And And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing. Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The catch made there by Sutton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here's Nix to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. That's the All-Pro 3 years running, Chris Jones. Gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. To the goal line and in. Pat Bryant. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 14 on the pickup, and the Chiefs have a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Well, another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. figure they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
Now Mahomes. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.